Before I get into the video, I want you guys to go ahead and drop a like and a sub on this video, and also follow me on Instagram, or I'll expose your obsession with incest porn to your parents. No, I'm just kidding. No, but seriously, go ahead and follow me on Instagram, and I want you guys to go ahead and like and subscribe to this channel, because that would help me out. Now, enough of that fuckery. Let's go ahead and get to the video. The coldest anime of 2019 and going into 2020 is hands down Vinland Saga. Shouts out to my boy putting me onto this show about 2 months ago. I've been watching it ever since. I'm like 40 chapters deep into the manga. I'm trying not to get too far into it because the anime is just so fucking clean. Whew. Getting into the show. Everything you could ever want in this anime is here. Vinland Saga is the new animated series that is released about 2 or 3 months ago, but the manga is well into 200 chapters. After catching up with the animated series and reading a little bit ahead into the manga, I've come to the conclusion that this anime is simply fucking savage. If you're looking to get into new anime, or if Demon Slayer isn't keeping that croissant buttered enough for you, I highly recommend Vinland Saga. Now, I know my first statements were very bold, because a lot of people at the time are watching Dr. Stone, are watching Fire Force, are watching Demon Slayer. Those people would probably believe that one of those 3 shows are the best animes of 2019. Now, I don't completely disagree with you. Dr. Stone's fucking amazing. Demon Slayer is fucking beautiful. And I'm only 2 or 3 episodes into Fire Force, but it looks like it has good potential as well. Not to mention, My Hero's coming out with the new season soon. So the fact that I would put Vinland Saga above, or at least on par with all of them, is a pretty bold statement to make, but I look to back that up in this video. Basically, the story takes place in 11th century England during the war between the Danes and the Saxons. They're fighting over land, power, money, and religion, and of course honor, but mainly money and land. Now, getting into some of the characters, this jerry-curled, slick-haired, smooth motherfucker is none other than Thor's. I know what you're thinking. Thor's. Fairly close to Thor, like God of Thor, like Asgard. Yes, this guy, just like Thor, is a fucking god. Alright? So Thor's formed a contract with the Danes to fight against the Saxons. Thor's has been fighting in wars his entire life. That's part of the Viking and Danes' life. They just fight in wars. They don't have jobs. They go and they steal, they pillage villages, they're mercenaries for hire. They're savages. Alright? Oh, that's all he's ever known. So when he signs this contract, halfway through the war, he changes his heart. He's like, you know what? I don't want to do this no more. He pulls a white beard. He's like, yo, I'm not trying to make no money no more. I'm not trying to kill people for no reason no more. I want a family. Understandable, right? So Thor's in the middle of the war, fakes his own death and leaves. And he ends up on an island where he starts his own family. And his wife gives birth to 2 children. A girl, not that important at the moment. A son by the name of Thorfinn. We'll get into him later. And he pretty much is like the leader of this village. He's just chilling and shit. You know, he's a very chill dude. He finds a slave. He's like, yo, let's keep it. It's like, let's not kill him. That slave dies anyways, but, you know, he gave up some sheep or goat or whatever the fuck for that guy's life, who died later. But Thor's just chill as fuck, right? He has a change of heart, you know, life moving, whatever moment. Getting to some of the story, though. So because Thor's dishonored his contract, those guys who hired him now want him dead. Alright? So they want him dead, and they don't care if he dies fighting in the war, resuming that contract, or if he just gets killed anyways. One day a boat comes to Thor's village, and it's the guys that hired him that he abandoned. And they're pretty much like, yo, you got 2 options, bro. You either join the war, you resume the war, and you fill out your contract, or we kill your whole family and this village. So Thor's just like, all right, nah, bro. I'm going to go handle this light work real quick, join this war, end it real quick. Pull a Shanks, you know, just end the war in the middle of it. He's like, yo, let's just go fight this war, all right? You don't got to kill my whole family and shit. Let's just fight this war. So Thor's is like, all right, I'll join the war, but I'll meet you guys there. I'm going to task a crew at this village first, and then once we have a crew assembled, we'll go and join the war. This crew he gathers is basically filled with, like, children and, like, one old guy who's, like, a merchant. And Thor's plans to leave all of these people behind once he gets to the battlefield, because he's like, they're useless. They're going to die instantly. There's no point in them dying. So let me just abandon them as soon as I get to the battlefield, but I need their help to get to the battlefield.
レイフさん。それじゃあトールズさんは。
商売が済み次第 若造どもを連れて帰る。5人っちゅうのはわしのボロ船で連れ帰れる限度に過ぎん。あいつは誰一人戦場へ連れて行かんよ。トールズとはそういう。
海藻準備。おー！
何あのオール。
So once Thor's set sail, he finds out that his son Thorfinn had snuck onto the boat. Now Thorfinn is like a young little savage. He wants some of the action. You know, he wants to fight. He wants that smoke. But since it's too late to turn back, he's like, yo, you know what? Let's just keep him on the boat. You know, whatever. He plans on ditching the whole crew anyways. So you know, it's not like they're gonna see any battle. You know, he just needs their help to getting there. So on the way to the battlefield, Thor runs into a mercenary crew led by Askeladd. They were hired to kill Thorfinn before he even got to the battlefield. So Thorfinn gets set up, you know, they block off an escape route and he's forced to fight, and he easily wipes out 2 whole boat crews of Askeladd's men without even a weapon. Like he just bitch slapping motherfuckers. It's just fucking, it's insane. Like this guy's so fucking OP. And this is where we get to see some of Thor's fighting ability. And damn, is this man a fucking beast. This is where we see some of Thor's fighting ability, and god damn is this motherfucker a beast. He wipes out 2 whole boats of Askeladd's guys barehanded before challenging the leader Askeladd to a duel to better resolve the conflict. Thor's final... Askeladd accepts the duel and loses to Thor's, but towards the end of the duel he cheats and ends up killing Thor's by holding his son hostage. What a fucking... Thor's final words are, "Send my head to the guys that hired me to fight in the war, otherwise they will kill my village if they think I abandoned my obligations again." Thorfinn, at such a young age, bared witness to his father's death and learned of the evils in this world. You know, Askeladd very clearly cheated by holding him hostage. And Thorfinn watched this. You know, engulfed in rage, Thorfinn joins Askeladd's crew to one day kill him in a duel. So this is pretty much where the story begins. Alright, it takes off here.
Yeah, 僕怖い。
よくも父上を殺したな。お前も殺してやる。絶対に殺してやる。ぶっ殺してやるぞ。殺してやる。
ガキのくせになんて命しやがる。
どうするアシュラッド、海に捨てるか。
ほっとけ。どうせすぐ死ぬ。
Now, Thorfinn pretty much goes on these missions with Askeladd helping him, and as a reward for helping him, he challenges him to a duel every single time he can. The perspective of this anime is so unique. Like, I've never seen an anime like this. Ever. You know, where you want one of the main characters to die, which is Askeladd. But at the same time, you start to build this relationship with Askeladd, where you're like, this guy's very clearly a fucking asshole, but I kind of like him, and I don't know why. He just killed my man's Thor's, and I want Thorfinn to take revenge, but at the same time, I don't want him to die. And you're left with this, like, really weird, like, conundrum, you know? You're just like, I want him dead, but at the same time, I don't, because I kind of like this guy, but I also don't like this guy at the same time. And it's just so fucking, like, this anime is so real in the sense that Thorfinn doesn't fucking kill him, you know? He can't, because he's still a child. And as the story progresses, Thorfinn just gets even more savage. So he's like, because Askeladd acknowledges the fact that Thorfinn wants to kill him, he doesn't really recognize him as one of his crewmates. So he just sends Thorfinn out on these impossible fucking missions, hoping that he dies. Or not really, he doesn't care if he dies because he's not one of his men. He's just the guy who's following their crew. So because of this, Thorfinn just gets stronger and stronger because he's going on these fucking impossible recon missions for Askeladd. He pretty much suicide missions, and he's just coming back every single time. There's times where they abandon him in the middle of a mission. He's like, okay, Askeladd's like, hey, go ahead and invade their group and bring me back the leader's head. And then they send him there, and then they just bail on him. So Thorfinn's just there in enemy territory by himself fighting this whole fucking crew. And this kid's just a fucking savage, man. If you like Naruto, if you like Sasuke, if Sasuke is your favorite character in Naruto, you're going to love Thorfinn. Alright? If you like Berserk, if you like Guts' brutality and just fucking the senseless, mindless beatings that happen in Berserk and the fucking just wickedness, you're going to love this fucking anime. Alright? Now, it's not better, the animation is not better than Demon Slayer, but there's certain things in the anime that makes the animation better. So there's one moment where Thorfinn is just fighting on this bridge. And is it a bridge? There's one moment where Thorfinn is fighting on this tower, and the camera angles are so fucking clean. He just chops this dude's fingers off, and then he slides under this guy's legs, and then they go through first person, and he jumps over this other guy, and he just decapitates the fucking captain. It's just so fucking awesome. I've never seen an anime go shift through first person and third person like that ever before. And it was just so clean. On top of that, the story writing is just brilliant. That's going to wrap up the video for today. I highly recommend you guys getting into Thorfinn. Highly recommend you guys getting into Vinland Saga. Like, favorite, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. Jesus, I'm going to go watch some Vinland Saga. See you guys later. Peace.